According to the World Health Organization, WHO, more than 35% of people over 55 live with peripheral vascular disorders. The American Heart Association, AHA, warns that in the U.S., 1 in 3 seniors will sooner or later develop leg vein disease. And the International Diabetes Federation, IDF, estimates that 40% of diabetic foot complications begin simply because of chronic blood stasis. And the cold question arises: what if tomorrow morning you wake up with your ankles swollen like balloons, your calves aching as if bound, and even your toes have lost all sensation? Blood is the river that carries oxygen, minerals, and energy down to your toes, where every step must bear 10 times your body weight. When that river is blocked, you end up with legs as heavy as lead, twisting varicose veins, cramps waking you at midnight, and eventually loss of feeling, skin ulcers, even amputation. Anti-inflammatory drugs or compression stockings only soothe the surface. The root cause lies on today's plate, the meal that quietly determines whether your vessel walls remain elastic or turn rigid, whether your blood flows thin or congeals. In this video, I will share 7 everyday foods that can unlock your circulation and pump vitality down to your feet, from a spice already in your kitchen to a drink you may be overlooking. If you want to walk lightly, reduce aching, and stay far from vein surgery, watch until the end and subscribe to Healthy Vitality right now. You'll receive simple, precise, easy-to-apply guidance as soon as the video ends. Don't leave the screen. Your future steps depend on the next few minutes. 1. Dark chocolate greater, or equal to 70% cacao. Once relegated to the snack category, dark chocolate hides remarkable bioactive power for those over 60. When blood flow slows and feet tend to feel cold, sometimes even causing dizziness on standing, a small piece of dark chocolate after breakfast can act like a natural vasodilator. Flavonoids, especially epicatechin, activate the ENOS enzyme, prompting the body to produce nitric oxide, which relaxes vessel walls and boosts blood flow to the toes and brain by up to 20% in just a few hours. A study published in Hypertension found that 15 days of consuming greater, or equal to 70% dark chocolate lowered systolic blood pressure by 6-8 mmHg, a seemingly small number, but one that significantly reduces stroke risk over time. Moreover, 28 g of dark chocolate provides about 64 mg of magnesium, a mineral often deficient in older adults due to reduced absorption or diuretic use. Magnesium helps relax vessel walls, stabilize heart rhythm, and prevent atrial fibrillation and unexplained fatigue. Unlike synthetic supplements, the magnesium packaged in cacao's fat is more easily absorbed and kinder to the stomach. Coupled with trace amounts of manganese, copper, and zinc, dark chocolate supports over 300 enzymatic reactions, from immunity to energy metabolism. Mentally, flavonoids stimulate the brain's natural release of serotonin and dopamine, creating 1-2 hours of gentle euphoria without the blood sugar spike of sugary treats. Many seniors report that just 2 squares of dark chocolate, alongside a cup of cinnamon tea, lifts their spirits and eases afternoon loneliness. However, these benefits only appear when the bar contains at least 70% cacao. Varieties loaded with sugar and milk lose flavonoids and raise both blood sugar and weight. Harvard University recommends 20-30 g per day, 2-3 small squares, ideally after breakfast or lunch, to avoid caffeine-related insomnia. If the bitterness is too strong, pair it with a few unsalted roasted cashews. The monounsaturated fats in cashews benefit heart health, while their protein content slows sugar absorption and prolongs satiety. An ideal artery-warming breakfast might include 25 g of 70% dark chocolate, 8-10 cashews, and a cup of warm ginger tea. People with diabetes should look for bars labeled "no sugar added" or "low GI", and monitor their blood sugar to adjust portions accordingly. Anyone with gastritis should eat after a main meal to avoid Above all, listen to your body. Dark chocolate is not a cure-all, But for most older adults with sluggish circulation, labile blood pressure, or fluctuating moods, a small daily square is a sweet gift, small enough not to derail your diet, yet powerful enough to keep your blood flowing smoothly and your smile warm. 2. Beetroot, the little red blood pump for those over 60. Don't be fooled by the vivid red hue and mild earthy flavor of beetroot. Inside this humble tuber lies a rare store of natural nitrates. Once ingested, these nitrates convert into nitric oxide, the molecule responsible for widening blood vessels, allowing them to relax so blood can flow more smoothly to your feet, fingertips, and brain. Clinical trials show that drinking a 150 ml glass of beetroot juice can increase blood flow by 20% within just a few hours. For younger people, that boost is short-lived. For older adults with stiffer vessels and sluggish circulation, it's like opening an extra highway lane, banishing cold extremities, numbness, and the dizziness you feel when standing up. Beetroot is also a natural B vitamin pouch, rich in folate B9, plus B6 and a touch of B12. This trio supports healthy red blood cell production in the marrow, maintains robust nerve sheaths, and helps the brain avoid fogginess and forgetfulness. Once circulation is activated, nutrient-rich blood races through your body more efficiently, nourishing your knee joints, ankles, and even restoring a healthy glow to your face. But the benefits don't stop there. The pigment betalain, responsible for beetroot's deep wine color, serves as an anti-inflammatory shield for the endothelium lining your vessels. Healthy endothelium means a lower risk of atherosclerosis, hypertension, and stroke. Betalains also aid liver and kidney detoxification, maintaining the internal balance that aging immune systems desperately need. Usage is simple. Every morning, juice 1 medium beetroot to yield about 150 ml, then squeeze in a little lemon for taste and to boost iron absorption. Do this 3-4 times a week, and you'll notice warmer hands, brighter skin, and clearer thinking as blood flow to your brain improves. Not a juice fan? Slice and boil a few beetroot rounds, let them cool, then toss with olive oil and apple cider vinegar for a salad. Add a pinch of crushed ginger to mask any earthy notes while amplifying vasodilation and aiding digestion, ideal for anyone prone to bloating or indigestion. Of course, listen to your body. If you naturally run low blood pressure, take high-dose vasodilators, or have a history of oxalate kidney stones, consult your doctor before making beetroot a regular habit. For most older adults struggling with poor circulation, cold limbs, or mild cerebral hypoxia, beetroot is a readily available natural tonic to kickstart your blood flow each morning. A small, deep red glass daily not only nourishes your heart and vessels, but also leaves you feeling invigorated, secure, and ready for the many adventures still ahead in your golden years. 3. Dark leafy greens. From bunches of spinach and heaps of kale to handfuls of arugula. Sound so familiar they're often underrated, yet for an aging circulatory system struggling to pump blood to the feet, they are the pipeline repair crew. The first thing that makes this group of vegetables so valuable is magnesium. A bowl of cooked spinach supplies nearly 40% of your daily need. This mineral opens calcium, potassium channels in vascular cells, helping vessel walls relax naturally and reducing spasms that can cause dizziness upon standing. Potassium follows suit, especially important for anyone on diuretics, as it softens the smooth muscle in vessels, keeping blood pressure from swinging too high or low. It's no surprise that a Harvard analysis of over 4,000 seniors found that just one serving of greens per day cut the risk of peripheral artery blockage by 27%, the very condition that makes feet feel cold and painful when walking. Leafy greens are also a treasure trove of vitamins A, C, and K1. The A, C2 neutralizes free radicals, while K1, nearly 700% of the RDA in 100 g of kale, acts like a patch, sealing tiny tears in vessel walls and preventing platelets from clumping into harmful clots. If you've recently felt chest tightness climbing stairs or numb fingers when the weather shifts, A weakened endothelium could be to blame. Adding dark greens is an easy way to shore up that protective coating. A lesser-known double benefit is their soluble fiber. Eating greens at the start of a meal slows glucose absorption, shielding tiny vessels in the eyes, kidneys, and feet from damage caused by sugar spikes. That same fiber feeds beneficial gut bacteria, easing constipation, a factor that otherwise compresses pelvic veins and worsens leg swelling. The only hurdle is their mild bitterness. The solution: a morning smoothie. Blend a handful of spinach, half a banana, and 200 ml unsweetened plant milk. The banana balances the flavor, and the milk adds healthy fats and electrolytes. Or try a kale salad. Massage torn leaves with a few drops of olive oil until tender, then sprinkle chopped walnuts and a splash of apple cider vinegar. Delicious and weight-friendly. If you're short on time, prep a green shot of kale, celery, and a squeeze of lemon, refrigerate, and sip 100 ml each morning. I introduced this to my father, and after 3 weeks his feet stayed warm even without socks. The key is using clean greens. Choose organic or at least soak your leaves in lightly salted water for 15 minutes. If you're on blood thinners, consult your doctor to adjust dosage, since high vitamin K can affect INR. And rather than forcing down 3 bowls at once and hating them, spread your intake. A handful of greens at each main meal, every day. Your body will adapt and reap long-term benefits. If you want warm steps, a clear mind, and rapid healing of tiny leg wounds, look no further. Start tonight with seared salmon paired with garlicky sautéed spinach, or tomorrow morning with a green smoothie. Vascular health doesn't come from complex fixes, but from small, consistent choices you make day after day. 4. Ginger. Every kitchen has a few knobs of ginger, yet few realize that this pungent spice serves as a triple ally for circulation, joints, and digestion in older adults. 2 key compounds, gingerol in fresh ginger and shagil formed when ginger is heated, are what make ginger a natural lubricant for blood vessels. Gingerol stimulates the endothelium to produce more nitric oxide, a molecule that dilates arterioles, allowing warm blood to flood the feet and fingertips, delivering oxygen to areas long chilled. A small trial at the University of Sydney found that supplementing 3 g of ginger powder daily for 8 weeks increased peripheral blood flow by nearly 18% and improved skin temperature at the ankles during winter. When ginger is steeped in hot water, some gingerol converts into shagil, a structure far more potent in its anti-inflammatory action. Shagil suppresses NF-kappa B, the cascade that drives IL-6 and COX-2 flares in joints. As a result, regular consumption of fresh ginger tea often relieves morning neck and shoulder stiffness and eases knee pain when climbing stairs. Another plus, ginger mildly stimulates gastric motility and prompts the pancreas to release fat-digesting enzymes, reducing bloating after protein-rich meals, a common complaint as digestive function slows with age. Appetite, as well as calcium and magnesium absorption, are thus better maintained. The simplest way to use it is ginger tea. Peel and thinly slice 5-7 pieces. Steep in 250 ml boiling water for 5 minutes. Add pure honey or a few drops of lemon juice to soften the bite, and provide a touch of vitamin C1 cup upon waking warms the body and kickstarts circulation. Another in the afternoon helps relax joints and sharpen the mind. Busy? Drop a slice of ginger into a 1 L bottle of water to sip throughout the day. Each mouthful delivers a small dose of gingerol to nourish your vessels and keeps you hydrated. If you can't handle the heat, cook brown rice porridge and stir in julienned ginger off the boil. You'll enjoy gentle vessel dilation without the spice. However, ginger is not risk-free for everyone. Those with peptic ulcers or reflux should take it after meals. Patients on anticoagulants or glucose-lowering drugs must consult their doctor, as ginger can enhance blood thinning or hypoglycemic effects. Pregnant women and menstruating women should limit intake to 2-3 slices per day to avoid uterine stimulation. And remember, the older the ginger, the higher the shagil content and the spicier its kick, Adjust your dose to taste. Summing up its benefits: vasodilation, anti-inflammation, digestive support. Ginger earns its title as an inexpensive, readily available, low-interaction healing spice, ideal for daily inclusion in a golden age diet. A small slice may not replace medication, but it's enough to warm cold feet, soften aching knees, and soothe the stomach. So each morning begins more gently, and each step feels firmer on the path to lifelong health. 5. Nuts and seeds. Those tiny brown kernels, from almonds and walnuts to flax and chia seeds, may look simple, but they are like a micro-fortress of micronutrients tailor-made for the fatigued vessels of old age. The first highlight lies in their healthy fats. Monounsaturated MUFA and polyunsaturated PUFA fatty acids slip into artery walls, clearing away sticky LDL while boosting HDL circulation as a maintenance crew for your pipelines. As vessel walls soften, blood flow to your hands, feet, and brain smooths out. The coldness in your toes, dizziness upon standing, or skipped heartbeats from poor cardiac perfusion gradually ease. And the omega-3s in walnuts act as a biological lubricant, preventing platelets from clumping and lowering clot risk without the bruising side effects of some blood thinners. Beyond lipids, the fiber in nuts and seeds works like a sponge. It binds free cholesterol and escorts it out of the body, while also stabilizing post-meal blood sugar. A 12-week trial in Toronto found that just 2 tablespoons of chia seeds per day significantly reduced triglycerides and CRP, an inflammation marker in people over 60. No wonder many seniors who faithfully stir seeds into their breakfast report less leg swelling and faster healing of scrapes on their shins. There's also plant protein, something many older adults lack due to aversion to meat and fish. Sprinkling a mix of crushed almonds, ground flax, and chopped walnuts onto oatmeal or plain yogurt delivers 6-8 g of easily digested protein, plus the abundant vitamin E in almonds for antioxidant protection without heaviness. Vitamin E, dissolved in the seed's own oils, shields cell membranes from free radicals, the foes of diabetes, fatty liver, and heart disease. To maximize absorption, soak flax, chia, or almonds for at least 4 hours. This simple step neutralizes phytic acid, the zinc and magnesium thief, and softens the seed coat so digestion is easier, reducing bloating and constipation common at age 70. With harder nuts like almonds, soaking for 6-8 hours, then air drying transforms them into living sprouts, rich in enzymes. Caring for your health doesn't require sweeping changes. A handful of nuts in your morning cereal, a couple of tablespoons of chia stirred into warm water before an afternoon nap, or a few walnuts carried on a park stroll all serve as silent gifts to your heart and arteries. Maintain these habits daily, and you'll notice subtle signals in return: lighter steps, warmer hands, and more stable blood pressure. That's your body's way of saying thanks. It's never betrayed you, only waiting to be nurtured properly. 6. Turmeric. It's no coincidence that turmeric is called the sunshine of the kitchen. That golden hue hides curcumin, a compound that serves as a multi-layered defense system for an aging body. In people over 60, joint pain, swollen feet, fluctuating blood pressure, and brief memory lapses all stem from the same root cause: low-grade inflammation and free radicals attacking the blood vessels. Curcumin steps in to block the enzymes that drive inflammation, COX-2, LOX, and suppress cytokines like TNF-alpha and IL-6, so knees, spine, and shoulders feel less heat, redness, and stiffness. At the same time, it neutralizes free radicals, preserving cardiac cell membranes and neurons. There's a double hit few notice. Curcumin also reduces platelet aggregation, thinning the blood just enough to keep circulation smooth and lowering the risk of nighttime clots, the silent stroke culprits. That protective effect extends to the liver. Curcumin activates phase I and phase II detox enzymes, sweeping away heavy metals and drug residues, and supporting steady bile production. With healthy bile, fat-soluble vitamins D and K are fully absorbed, strengthening bones and immunity. For curcumin to be effective, It needs a ticket of fat plus piperine from black pepper. The combo boosts absorption many times over. The simplest recipe: a 1/4 teaspoon turmeric powder and a pinch of ground black pepper stirred into 200 ml of warm almond milk. The plant fat helps dissolve curcumin, and the pepper masks any pungency. Sipping it late at night warms you gently, lulling you to sleep while taking advantage of the body's prime tissue repair hours. Too busy to brew every time? Premix turmeric, pepper, a dash of cinnamon, and dried ginger in a sealed jar. Each evening scoop a teaspoon, blend with warm water, and add raw honey if you like sweetness. After 3 weeks, most of my older patients report less foot swelling, steadier blood pressure, and mornings free from creaking joints. Note: anyone on antiplatelet or anticoagulant medication, or prone to acid reflux, should consult a doctor before exceeding 2 g of turmeric per day. For everyone else, a nightly golden milk is your ticket to maintaining healthy joints, vessels, liver, and sleep, all from this affordable, familiar spice readily found in any supermarket. 7. Pomegranate, the red gem for the aging circulatory system. Pomegranate isn't just Instagram-worthy. It's essentially a miniature medical device. It contains both natural nitrates and the polyphenol duo punicalagin and punicalin. These two compounds work together like a pump and pipeline system, enhancing the nitric oxide no pathway. Nitrates follow the shortcut nitrate right arrow nitrite right arrow no, compensating for an aging ENOS system, while polyphenols protect ENOS from free radical corrosion and stimulate endothelial cell regeneration. The result is elastic vessel walls, less sticky platelets, and smoother blood flow, meaning a significantly lower risk of thrombosis, heart attack, or midnight stroke. Moreover, each pomegranate seed delivers vitamin C, which cross-links vessel wall collagen fibers, and vitamin K, which fine-tunes clotting just enough, preventing bruises without risking blockage. Pomegranate is thus especially beneficial for older adults who often lack both vitamins due to monotonous diets. Optimal usage: 1 fresh juice, 100 ml pure pomegranate juice, about 3/4 of a large fruit, each morning. Its sweet tart flavor wakes the palate, and no peaks 2-3 hours later, perfect timing for your morning activity. 2 seeds as topping: sprinkle seeds over Greek yogurt, leafy green salads, or oatmeal. Their crisp, mild flavor preserves polyphenol integrity, unlike cooking. 3 year-round storage: frozen seeds retain nearly all their punicalagin. Scoop 2-3 tablespoons into your daily smoothie, defrosting naturally to avoid antioxidant loss. Pairing tip: pomegranate's acidity may bother those with gastritis. Eat it with mashed avocado or a spoonful of plain yogurt to buffer pH. Mixing seeds with olive oil boosts absorption of vitamin K and fat-soluble polyphenols. Adding a handful of rocket arugula turns it into a complete vascular health lunch. Good fats plus no plus soluble fiber. Mild warning: if you're on anticoagulants, consult your doctor. Vitamin K, even at moderate levels, can require dose adjustments. Those with sensitive stomachs should start with half a small cup after a meal to gauge tolerance. After a 4-week pomegranate protocol, many of my patients report less cold tingling in their hands, easier uphill walking, faster bruise resolution, and Doppler scans showing clear improvement in peripheral blood flow. In other words, every glass of pomegranate juice is a maintenance session for your body's internal plumbing, keeping vessels supple, the brain nourished, and the heart unburdened. So next time you spoon out those jewel-like seeds, remember, you're watering the very channels that sustain your life. In conclusion, the 7 saviors we've just identified: dark chocolate, beetroot, dark leafy greens, ginger, seeds and nuts, turmeric, and pomegranate, are all inexpensive, easy to obtain, and require virtually no advanced culinary skills. Each one affects circulation in a different way, but they complement each other like instruments in the same symphony. Nitrate in beets and pomegranate rapidly boosts NO production, dilating blood vessels. Flavonoids plus magnesium in a square of dark chocolate keep vessels supple and stabilize heart rhythm. Spinach, kale, or arugula supply potassium and magnesium to balance venous pressure in the legs. Omega-3 and fiber from walnuts and chia sweep away plaque and lubricate blood flow. Gingerol, shahyal, and curcumin quell inflammatory responses and soothe the joints. Punicalagin in pomegranate and vitamins C and K nourish the endothelium and bolster immune resilience. When combined, they form a comprehensive support network. More blood reaches your hands and feet, swelling subsides, joints stiffen less, sleep deepens, and mornings no longer feel as heavy as if weighed down by lead. The key is consistency. Aim to include at least 3 of these foods in your daily meals and stick with it for at least 2 months. The body needs time to repair itself. Much like cracks in a road must be filled gradually with successive layers of asphalt. After a few weeks, you'll be amazed to climb stairs without gasping, to feel your feet stay warm on cold nights, and to wake alert throughout the morning. So how many of the 7 have you tested already? Share your experience in the comments below. If you found this helpful, please like, subscribe to the Healthy Vitality channel, and share the video so we can spread a proactive, healthy lifestyle for the golden years.